grade 5, how are you? This is Teacher Riz and welcome you all in our music class. Wow, okay, so are you ready to learn? Okay, you should. Okay, you have to be ready if we are going to study. Okay, now our lesson for today is all about symbols of sounds and silent duration. So what are these? Okay, symbols of sound. This talks about the musical symbols. What are those musical symbols? Okay, we have musical notes and we also have musical rest. Okay, what is the difference between the two? Okay, let's start with the musical notes. As I've mentioned a while ago, the symbols of sound and the silent durations. For musical notes class, these are the symbols that symbolizes sounds, the symbol of sounds. Whereas musical rest, these are the musical symbols that symbolizes silence. Okay, so as I mentioned a while ago, the silence durations. Okay? What is the difference between the two? Again, musical notes, the symbol of sound, musical rest, the symbol of silence. Do you understand? Okay, so now let's move on to the examples of musical notes. Okay, first example we have whole note. Whole note, how many beats for whole note? Okay, for whole note class, there are only 4 beats, not 5, not 6, not 7 and more. Okay, there are only 5 beats for whole note. So how are you going to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is we have half note. Half note, the half of the whole note. So how many beats for whole note? It has 4 beats. So what's the half of 4? So 2. So half note receive 2 beats. Okay, how are you going to do that? 1, 2. Okay, next we have quarter note. Quarter note class, it is the half of the half note. Okay, it is the half of the half note. So how many beats for half note? There are 2. So what's the half of 2? It's 1. So quarter note, it means it receives only 1 beat. Okay, it's just 1. Okay? Next is we have 8 note. This is the last one. 8 note. 8 note class receives the half of the what? The half of the quarter note. What's the half of the quarter note? It's what? How many beats for the quarter note? 1 beat. So what's the half of 1 beat? It's 1 half. How are you going to do that? So since 1 is like that, okay, the motion, okay, so how are you going to do that in the 8 notes? So all you have to do is you're just going to clap a little bit quick, like that. Okay, that's half. Okay, do you understand? Okay, very good. Now let's proceed to the examples of musical rest. So number 1 example, as what I've said class, musical rest, these are the musical symbols that symbolizes silence, meaning there's no sound compared to musical notes because we can hear in the musical notes. Now let's begin with example number 1. We have whole rest. If whole note, there's also whole rest. Whole rest class receive 4 beats, just like whole note, but it has a different what? Different strategy. So there's silence and there's also sound for the note. Now, next one is we have the half rest. Half rest also receives 2 beats, just like half note. Okay? But all you have to do, class, you're just going to clap, but there's no sound. Okay, like for example, for the whole rest. So all you have to do is you're just going to count in your mind. Okay, for the half rest, Okay, just count in your mind. Just imagine that you're counting. Next, we have the quarter rest. Quarter rest class, just like the quarter note, it receives one beat. Okay? Okay, there's no sound. Next, the last one is we have the eighth rest. So the half of the half rest, the quarter rest is one half beat. So all you have to do is you're just going to clap quickly. Okay, so that's the half. Okay, the one half beat of the what? The quarter rest, which is the eighth rest. Okay, do you understand? Just remember those symbols. Okay, so that we can proceed to our activity. Okay? Okay, very good. Alright, so at this time, we are going to have now the activity. Okay, this kind of activity is that if in your math there's addition, in music also there's also addition. Okay, so yes, you heard it right. Now, the activity is that you're just going to add or you're just going to give the time value of the combined musical notes and rest. Example number 1, we have here whole note plus the half note. So how many beats for the whole note? Yes, you're right. There are 4 beats. How about half note? Yes, there are 2 beats. So if you're going to add the 2, 4 plus 2 equals 6 beats all in all. Is it easy? Okay, very good. Next, we have another one. Try to answer. The number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Okay, you have 1 minute to finish answering that one. Okay? Okay, time's up. So let's answer number 2. Okay, the first one we have half note plus half note. So how many all in all? How many beats for half note? Okay, there are only 2 beats. So 2 plus 2 equals 4 beats. Very good. Do you get the correct answer? Okay, that's good. Next, we have quarter note plus quarter rest equals, okay, quarter note 1 plus 1 equals 2 beats. Okay, number 4, quarter rest plus quarter rest plus quarter note plus quarter note. How many all in all? So there is only 1 beat each quarter rest and note. Okay, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1 equals 3 and plus 1 equals 4. So how many beats all in all? There are 4 beats. Okay, let's have the last one. We have half rest plus whole note plus half note. Okay, half rest has 2. 2 plus whole note 4. 2 plus 4 equals 6 plus half note plus 2. 6 plus 2 equals 8. Did you get the correct answer? Who got the perfect score? Alright, very good. So I guess you're ready for the quiz. Am I right? Okay, that's good to know. So I guess this is the last part of our lesson for today. And I hope you've learned something. Okay? If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask teachers. Okay? Thank you for listening, grade 5. Bye-bye and keep safe.